Black Hollow Estate, New England, 2025. The storm hit Black Hollow with fury that night, as if the sky itself wanted to wash away what slept beneath the soil. Dr. Evelyn Marks, a 34-year-old forensic anthropologist, arrived at the Black Hollow Estate under the guise of a weekend heritage research project. But she wasn't just a historian. She was a seeker of truths buried beneath dust, behind bricked-up walls, and sometimes under locked cellars that whispered your name. The estate, inherited by her late uncle Arthur Holloway, stood tall and rotting in its own grandeur. The townsfolk had long stopped walking near its iron gate. Rumors drifted on the wind, like the ash of forgotten fires, that the house was cursed and that it housed something beneath, something that waited. Evelyn had to know. The cellar was not on any blueprint. Evelyn found it on her second night, behind a false wall in the study, a narrow stone stairwell, slick with mildew and old blood. Her breath steamed in the damp cold. The deeper she went, the more the air pressed against her skin like invisible hands. The first whisper came at the 12th step. "Evelyn, come see." Her flashlight flickered. She paused. "Come down, child. I've missed you." The voice was not her uncle's. It was female, hoarse and soft, as though her vocal cords had rotted decades ago. Her heart thundered. But Evelyn kept going. The cellar opened into an ancient chamber, circular, with walls of red brick and floorboards damp with seepage. On the walls, carvings, names, hundreds. She recognized some from missing persons reports, unsolved cold cases. Each name was etched beside a date and a symbol, a sigil, repeated, spiraled, like a black sun devouring itself. At the center of the room stood a large table, ritualistic, old, blood-stained, and beneath the table, a trapdoor. The whispers grew louder. "Do you see now? The truth lies deeper." Evelyn opened the trapdoor. Ladders led down into a tunnel of roots and stone, and as she descended, her mind began to splinter. The whispers spoke not to her ears, but directly into her skull. They used her memories, her guilt. "You left me in that asylum, Evelyn," her mother's voice cried. "You let me die in the dark." Her mother had committed suicide when Evelyn was 13, or so she believed. Was this connected? The tunnel ended in a catacomb. Rows of stone coffins, arranged like pews facing a black altar. Bones lay scattered like confetti. Some were animal, many were not. On the altar lay a book bound in stretched gray skin. It hummed. The moment she touched it, the cellar moaned like a living thing. Chains rattled in the walls. Faces appeared in the brick, screaming, crying, grinning. The air became liquid. And then the ritual began. She had triggered something ancient, something awake. The whispers merged into one voice, feminine, deep, ageless. "My daughter returns, flesh of my womb, mind of my blood." A shape crawled from the shadows, towering, veiled in smoke and bone, with arms like black vines and eyes hollow as starless space. It called itself the Mother Beneath. The entity claimed Evelyn as its heir, that Arthur had protected her from this fate by locking the cellar, that her birthright was not life but vesselhood. The whispers now screamed, "Accept me, let me wear you." Evelyn ran. The tunnels changed behind her. Doors disappeared. Walls breathed. Her flashlight shattered when she fell over bones. She crawled, bled, sobbed. But the whispers guided her now, not to escape, but to complete the circle. A vision struck her. She saw her mother, shackled to the same altar, her belly swelling unnaturally. Evelyn had been born here, not in a hospital, but in the hollow, delivered through pain, fire, and blood, part human, part curse. She was never meant to live free. Back in the ritual chamber, the book lay open. The final page contained her name, unfinished. The pen hovered in the air by itself. "One stroke, Evelyn, and it ends." She had a choice. But Evelyn was no pawn. She grabbed the book, poured kerosene on the altar, and set it alight. The fire hissed as if screaming. The cellar screamed back. The entire hollow howled. The bricks cracked, hands clawed from the walls. Faces melted. The sigils glowed red, then black. The mother shrieked, but Evelyn climbed, and the house collapsed. The estate burned for 3 days. Firefighters found no bodies, only stone coffins and bones, some human, some unknown. Evelyn survived, but she doesn't sleep. Not really. Every time she closes her eyes, the whispers return. And now, she hears them in others. In people on the bus, in her therapist's voice, on radio static. She didn't destroy the curse. She became its carrier. A living whisper, a daughter of the Deep Cellar. The end.